12th standard, exercise 6.5. To derive the sum, exercise 6.5, some formulas we needed and some instructions also we needed. So what are the instructions and formulas we're going to see? Nothing but this is A vector and B vector. I'm going to consider one is this is called C vector. I'm going to consider this one of the vectors name is called C vector. A vector, B vector, C vector. If you're going to see, this C vector is perpendicular to A vector. C vector is perpendicular to A vector, and C vector is perpendicular to B vector. C vector is perpendicular to B vector also. Therefore, C vector is perpendicular to A vector and C vector is perpendicular to B vector. Therefore, this is nothing but A vector cross C vector is perpendicular to A vector and C vector is perpendicular to B vector. We can say C vector is parallel to, C vector is parallel to A vector cross B vector. This is a definition. We can say C vector is parallel to A vector cross B vector. Suppose if I going to derive, I am going to see the another format like that. This can be a B vector, this can be A vector, this can be C vector. You could put A vector cross B vector here also. This I have teach you once upon a time. This is A vector, B vector, this is nothing but A vector cross B vector. This C vector and A vector cross B vector are parallel. This one, C vector is parallel to, C vector is parallel to A vector cross B vector. So this you need to know. To show given lines is skew lines. If you want to show given line skew line, SKEW. Skew line is nothing but a line which never intersect or not parallel. It will not parallel also, it never intersect also. What is a skew line? Skew line is a line which is not parallel and it never intersect. It will never intersect also, which never parallel also. This is called skew line. So to find the given line skew line is not, this is a formula, determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, L1 m1 n1, L2 m2 n2 is not equal to 0. The answer should not equal to 0. If the answer is going to be 0, then these two lines are intersect. What is the definition of skew line? Once again, the same definition. If you want, you can write and keep it. The skew line is nothing but the line which never intersects or which never parallel. The skew lines are the lines which are not parallel and which are not never intersect, which will never intersect. This is called skew lines. Therefore, skew line is nothing but not equal to 0. Skew line not equal to 0. Otherwise, you can take A2 vector minus A1 vector, U vector, V vector. We want to take box. You know what is a box? What is box of A vector, B vector, C vector? The box of A vector, C vector is nothing but A vector, A1, A2, A3, B vector, B1, B2, B3, C vector, C1, C2, C3. So, box of A2 minus A1, U vector, V vector is not equal to 0. Why? Because this is a Cartesian form. Because what is Cartesian form? X, Y, Z. We can contain X, Y, Z and element the same. It is vector, parametric form, A2 minus A1, UV. So it is parametric form. So x1, y1, z1 we can write as A vector, x2, y2, z2 we can write as a B vector. These are points. A vector, B vector are points. No, see, x1, y1, z1 is a point, x2, y2, z2 is a Cartesian form. This is a Cartesian form. This is a vector form. L1, m1, n1 we can write as U vector, L2, m2, n2 we can. This is the Cartesian form. This is the vector form. So L1, L means you need to write U, L2 means you need to V. That's all. So this is called Cartesian form, this is called vector form. These are very important to find the skew lines. Not equal to 0 means skew lines. If equal to 0, then two lines are intersect. That's all, same. If equal to 0, the two lines are intersect. If not equal to 0, skew lines. If equal to 0, two lines are intersect. That's all. Next, the shortest or distance between the two skew lines. We can say shortest distance or distance between the skew lines. The shortest distance or distance between the skew lines is nothing but D is equal to C modulus box of A2 minus A1 UV is determined is modulus. It's not determined modulus of U vector cross V vector. So we need, what is the form? We need 2 point A1 and A2 and two parallel vectors U vector, V vector. This is a formula. Here also see, what do we need to find a skew lines? We need how many points? We need 2 points, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. We need 2 points and two parallel vectors, U vector, V vector. We need two parallel vectors and 2 points. Here also two parallel vectors and 2 points. Here, how many parallel vector? 2 parallel vector 2 points, a2 and a1, 2 parallel vector 2 points. Next, shortest distance or distance between two parallel lines or distance between the parallel lines. You can see distance between the lines or distance between two parallel lines. Shortest distance between two parallel lines or shortest distance between the lines. So we can say D is equal to modulus of a2 minus a1, modulus of a2 minus a1 vector cross u vector modulus a vector, because this contains 2 point and 1 parallel vector. It contains 2 points, 1 parallel vector. So this is a formula we need to do. So there are some ideas to derive some sums, but while deriving the sum I will teach you what are the ideas how we want to do the sum.